So far, we have inputted the age-appropriate transition assessment, the post-secondary goals, and the transition services. It is now time to enter the course of study. The course of study is a multi-year description of the courses and programs in which the student will be involved that will help meet the post-secondary goals. You should realize by now that the primary function of the transition IEP is to meet the post-secondary goals. The post-secondary goals drive the IEP. In essence, then, the transition IEP is not simply an add-on to the IEP, it is the IEP. Once again, we are open to Mason's IEP on IEP Online. Here is the tab that opens the course of study input screen. There are a few points to remember about the course of study. It is a multi-year description of the classes and programs that the student will take and will cover the time from the current IEP to the time the student is expected to graduate. It is not necessary to include courses or programs that have already been taken. The course of study is not just a list of all the classes that the student will take, though it is okay to include such a schedule as part of the course of study. More importantly, the course of study is a list of courses and programs that will help the student to achieve his or her post-secondary goals. Finally, the course of study can be presented in a bulleted list, a table, or a narrative. In this case, I have chosen to present the course of study primarily as a narrative, though a listing of classes will be attached to the IEP. As we look at this narrative, note that we have identified the kind of diploma Mason will earn, a certificate of individual achievement. Also note that the transition plan will substitute for the high school and beyond plan. This is the place to document any specific activities or classes that will substitute for graduation requirements. Let's take a look at Mason's course of study. Mason will graduate from high school with a CIA. That is, the Certificate of Individual Achievement. He will receive special education support in English and math classes. His special education math instruction will include basic math skills needed in budgeting, saving, and the use of credit. In addition to the specific classes required for high school graduation, he will receive specific training in self-advocacy, which will include understanding his rights under 504 and ADA, and learning to talk about his strengths and value during a job interview. He will earn credit and gain experience as an office aide. Mason will also access the Career Center to learn about potential jobs in the region. Finally, he will have instruction in taking public transit so that he will be able to get to and from work. A schedule of classes is attached to this IEP. This transition plan will substitute for his high school and beyond plan.